John and Wantagh. What's going on, John?
Yeah, doctors.
What's happening?
Bring back the Wilpons.
Come on, John. Listen.
But no, listen to me. You listen to me. I got to tell you something. You guys are all fooled by this clown. This guy's a clown. Oh, he puts up with Tom Seaver statue. He's the best. He got Juan Soto. Yeah, he bought Juan Soto and then bought a bunch of freaking Toyotas around him, right?
Hold on a second. The general manager, the general manager, that's his philosophy, not Steve Cohen's philosophy.
No, okay, so who's the owner of the team? My grandmother?
What?
No, but the point being is that Steve Cohen is spending the money. If you want to say that the Wilpons family did not want to spend the money, you could say that all you want. That is not the case with Steve Cohen.
Steve Cohen what? He brought in nobody after Soto. He did nothing. You get what you deserve. Get out of here.
Get out of here. You're done.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're screaming about Steve Cohen, I'm sorry. Put the responsibility on the players, for God's sakes. I mean, now, David Stearns went to the well with the pitching lab and signing a bunch of guys that are not high-profile pitchers and tried to do it again. It has not worked out this year. And there is a level that I'm sure Steve Cohen doesn't want to go over with the luxury tax.
I will say this, that the signing of Juan Soto, Juan Soto's had a great year. I will say that, it's been lately where he's hitting home runs with men on base finally, but these three young pitchers, that's a good sign. That's a good sign of the future. That's a good sign of developing players. We thought maybe Mauricio would be better, maybe Acuna would be better, maybe Siri would be better than they are. I think the jury's still out on all three of those players. Francisco Alvarez has been an injury waiting to happen. Has been very inconsistent. Has had chances in these games, especially of late, to come through in the big moment, and he hasn't. Brett Beatty has been, I think he's kind of had somewhat of a modified breakout year.
Is anybody paying more in tax than Steve Cohen?
I think the Dodgers are.
Okay, so there's one team, and that is a consortium of how many billions of dollars? $50 billion? $100 billion.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the one team, LA, that's paying more. So what owner do you want other than Steve Cohen?
No, I mean, he's spending the money. There's no question about that. But that's why I'm saying that if they don't make it, this is going to be the biggest sports franchise disaster, given the fact that most of these guys have been healthy, maybe with the exception of a couple pitchers. I mean, all the everyday players except for Alvarez, I think they've played most of the games that they've been asked to play. That's Alonso, that's Lindor, that's Soto, that's Nimmo, that's McNeil, that's Beatty, that's Vientos. Those guys have all played. And then you could talk about whatever's going on in center field because that's kind of been a black hole for us. But
the bottom line is, if you're yelling about Steve Cohen today, I think that's misdirected anger.
You want to yell at the manager, you want to yell at the players, especially if they don't make it. Yeah.